Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am Cindy from the Woolly Knitter and this is episode 35. For my new viewers, welcome. I live in the Netherlands and this is my little corner on the internet on YouTube where I talk about knitting mostly, but also crochet or English paper piecing for the first time today. Some cross stitch, all kinds of crafty things. So I have 3 finished objects today and some whips and some acquisitions that I purchased here in the Netherlands. So let's get started. The first FO is knitting related. These are a couple of socks. I knit them with lana grossa Meilenweit with Aloe Vera. It's as you can see a self-striping yarn. In the ball itself is the yarn is very soft, but when it's knit up I think it's a bit hard on my hands. I tried it on my feet and it doesn't bother me, but I love a yarn that is also very soft, and this is not the softest but also not the hardest sock yarn I tried. The color combination, I really love it. I think it's great. I cast on 60 stitches. It's a 2x2 rib, 25 rows with normal, as you can see, stitches. I did the Dutch heel, and then for my foot I have European size 37 for shoes. So I knit from the last decrease. I knit 58 rows and then I start the toe. All my socks I knit on the 9-inch circular needle, 2.5 millimeter. But the toe I do on the magic loop because you have to decrease a lot, and then that's not possible on the 9-inch circular needle. So this these are my pair of socks. I love the color, I love the stripes, so maybe I buy more from this yarn in another color, but I have to think about it. It's matching with my wrist warmers I made a couple of months ago. Let me show you I have them on my Instagram. Wrist warmers. I don't have the wrist warmers on my Instagram. Oh well, I put a picture. I think I'm putting the picture on my Instagram again. So like a matching set. Then and all I talk about, and also my Ravelry page, project page, and my Instagram I write down in the show notes, so you can read it and find me yeah, wherever you like. So these are the first finished object. The second finished object is a cross stitch project I started, and I thought I finished it about 20 years ago for the birth of my son. It was this cross stitch pattern, and I both of my kids, I have a son and I have a daughter, when they moved out, I had a box with baby clothes, some things they made at school, and all kinds of baby and child memories. And I thought this was also in his box, but it was not, because I finished the birth cross stitch pattern for my granddaughter, and I loved it so much that I dived into my cross stitch embroidery box, and then I found this one. I had to make a couple of things because that was not finished. It was his birth weight, the eyes and the mouth of this star. Oh, other side, and the mouth and the eyes, and this couple of things for this star. The rest was all finished. So I finished this, and I'm gonna buy a how do you call it? Let me see. Google Translate. I don't know how it's called in English. Dutch to English. A frame. Yeah, a frame. I have to buy a black frame, and then I'm gonna put it in, and then I'm gonna gift it to my son. So this is my second finished object after 20 years. But it's fun. The third finished object is something I tried for the first time, and it's English paper piecing. This is the one. It's not perfect at all, but it was my first attempt to see and to try if I like it, and I do like it very much. So I ordered a couple of things to do more English paper piecing, but this one is the needle case, and the pattern is from Emma, and she has also Instagram, and it's called Vintage Sewing Box, and this is a free pattern. It's a needle case, needle thingy where you can put your most used needles in it, or on it, and a small lazy daisy. You see, it's not great, but I loved it and I think it's cute, so I'm gonna use it, and I'm gonna make more of this English paper piecing things. I saw a box, I saw a sewing case, and a couple of more great and beautiful things. So I bought some things for it, and I'm gonna show it on the acquisition items. So this is my third finished object, a small needle case with English paper piecing. Then the whip session. The first whip I'm working on is the Cécile top by Paula Strick. Oh my gosh. I'm not good with names, as you hear. The seal top on Ravelry. No, it's by Susanne Müller, also known as Paula Strikt. And this is the pattern. And I'm making it with Lana Grossa coolwool, hand-dyed, and the color is Assam. It's not showing well because this light color is a bit more yellow and neon on live. Yeah. These are the colors. And this is what I have so far. And I'm knitting a smaller size than was in the pattern because the yarn I'm using, the coolwool, is a very stretchy yarn. Look at the stretch in it. So I don't have to knit a size for my size, because then I think it's gonna be too big. I made that same mistake with the Summer Sorrel by Wool and Pines, and it was also too big. So this time I knit a size smaller for my bust circumference, and with the knits and the purls, I think it's gonna be alright, because as you can see, it's very, very stretchy wool. This is it so far. Have to knit way more than what I have so far. The Cécile top in summery neon colors, and I have lots of more yarn to work with, so I know I have enough to finish this project. It's living in my Emma Ball knitting bag with drawstrings, so it's a very handy, very cool bag for my Cécile top. That's one whip I'm working on. The second whip I'm working on is the Rosa at the Ball cardigan by Cécile Hoivik. And this lovely cardigan is in her book, My Best Knitted Treasures. Let me get it. This one, this is the book. And oops. I have to find the photo from this. There are so many very lovely patterns in this book. this is the one, Rosa at the ball. And I'm knitting it with holstgarn, super soft. And this is what I have so far. So every section, then you do a pink row, and then another section. And for my size, I think I have to do 5 or 6 sections of this, and then it's to my elbow, to my underarms, armpits. You knit it in the round, and then after you finished all, you have to stick it, and then you, like in the photo, then you have to do some crochet around the some of the stitches. Let me see here. You can see best. It's all with crochet stitches, some beads, and yeah, it's very, very lovely. I bought some lovely buttons already for this pattern. So that is what I'm working on. Also, the Rosa at the ball cardigan. For now, the holstgarn super soft is a very how you call it, it's rustic, but I saw in some of other podcasters that they have washed it a couple of times, and then it's fluffing up the stitches, and also the yarn is soften up. So I hope that it's gonna be alright. But for now, I love it. It's gorgeous. It's a lot of work because it's an all over color work, and it's very hard to show on camera, but this is the back side, and yeah, it's very, very lovely. That is the Rosa at the ball. That is, I have another whip that's a triangular shawl with a cable border, but I didn't do anything on that one. And my winter woods sweater, I have to finish the sleeves, but that's also not so much to show. That's all I have on the needles. Then I have some crochet I'm working on, and I want to make a baby blanket with it. It's a couple of minis I had, variated yarns or speckled yarn, or something of that. And this is the, oops, I have to put something behind it. It's I made it with the moss stitch or linen stitch with variated colors. This is the yarn I'm using from Crealine. It's also not very much showing because it's also a bit dark outside, because then the sun is shining, and then a couple of minutes later it's raining, so it's a bit hard to see it well, but when I turn on this light it's gonna be way too light here, so I think I'm good. This is the second one with variated yarns. Also have to put maybe something behind it. It's a square also. That's my second one, and I have more little yarny goodness in my box. I'm using the Prim 3mm crochet hook. So yeah, that's all I can say about it. It's a slow in between project, and after that I will see how I make the blanket and what I'm using in between. So this is very, very summery colors. It's bright pink, yellow, white, light pink, light yellow, bit of orange. I really love these colors. Yeah, so that's my crochet in between project. That's all I have to show you on my whips. Stephen West has an upcoming secret sock along, and I'm joining it. I'm using some of my stash. This one is a minty speckled green yarn I bought at Koperdraadje. And this one I dyed myself. It's a very bright dark green color. I think I'm gonna turn on some lights. Just a minute. I try it, but it's a bit of light above my hair. This one is the minty green by Koperdraadje, and this one I dyed myself. It's a mossy green yarn, also sock yarn, of course, because we are gonna knit socks. So these two are my yarn for the secret sock along by Stephen West. I'm very excited to start it because knowing Stephen with all his lovely shawls, then these socks are gonna be great, I think. Big shawls is not really my thing, so I never joined any mystery knit along for the shawls. I don't wear shawls often, and sometimes I love knitting a shawl, and but not that much. So I'm joining the secret sock along with these two lovely colors. So that is the secret sock along by Stephen West, and I think the first clue is coming the 6th of July, I think. But you have to you can look it up on Ravelry or on his website or his Instagram. Then I purchased some English paper piecing thingies, and I purchased all kinds of templates, acrylic templates. This one is 1.5 inch. This, let me first show you the hexagons. This is a 1/2 inch hexagon. This is a 1 inch. And this is a 2 inch. This one is a hexagon flower, 1 inch. And a clamshell, 2 inch. So I purchased these templates, and I was reading on her website that the malls, the templates, are 6 millimeter wider than the 2 inch, than the really 2 inch. So it's a bit bigger because you have to have a sew, how do you call it? A sew allowance. So when you have this is the 1 inch, this is the really 1 inch. I measured it, and this is 1 inch, and this is the acrylic template for my fabric. So as you can see, the template is a bit bigger, so you can fold your fabric over this paper, and then you can knit around the corners for the English paper piecing to get the shape that you want. And this is a 1/2 inch, and this the same with this one is also a 1/2 inch, and as you can probably see, it's also a bit bigger than the paper. So I'm gonna try a bit more with all these English paper piecing stuff, and I bought also some fabric, and this is maybe when I finish it is autumn, so I bought this one with a pumpkin and some apples and a pie and a cherry and I don't know how it's called in English, and this also I bought for this English paper piecing for the small parts, or this one for the big and this for the small, I don't know yet. And she gifted me this piece of fabric with all sewing thingies on it. So when I don't want to knit, I can work on a better English paper piecing item with all these lovely things. So that is what I bought. I didn't bought any yarn, because I wanted to try something else, and that's it. That's my that's all I have to show you today, and maybe I have some more in about a month, because I record when I want to. I record when I have enough to show you. And maybe I want to do a couple of other videos for the stash I have, or some tutorials for maybe what I do about some crochet or knit or knitting socks or whatever. It's all in my mind, but I have to think about it, how and when and why I want to do some videos. So thank you for watching. It was a pleasure and I hope you like my video. If you like my video, give a thumbs up and subscribe. You are helping me a lot if you subscribe. All the comments I read and I reply on the comments, so that's also something I enjoy very much. And when I have more to show you, then you see me on another episode of The Woolly Knitter. Thank you. Have a crafty week, have crafty weeks, and I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you are well. Okay, bye bye.